What up, McManusMMA fam? We are recapping UFC Fight Night Bonfim versus Brown, and we've got Coach Jason here with us to go over the recap of a couple of these fights that he was able to watch before he got too bored and left. Is this
Hello. That is true.
true? So starting off, we got to talk about the main event: Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. Randy Brown was absolutely getting killed by the calf kicks the entire time. Didn't have very much to do about it. Was laying off a couple shots. Then pretty early in round two, gets kneed when going for some sort of takedown or something, and was completely out cold until he hit the ground, and ref stops it. Arguably early stoppage for some, but upon replay, we have realized that that was not an early stoppage at all. That was actually a pretty good stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, Bonfim just had a better game plan. Randy Brown was not expecting Bonfim to be going backwards, and he just kept sucking Randy Brown into that calf kick. 19 of his first round, 21 strikes were calf kicks, and you could tell it was bruised and it looked gnarly.
hmm Yeah, obviously we wanted Rude Boy to win, but shappens, bro. I don't know what to say. Shappens. It's a fight game. Gabriel Bonfim did have a terrible walkout song, and I didn't like that. Randy Brown had a pretty awesome walkout song, and we love Rude Boy, but maybe next time, buddy.
He also needs to tell his brother to lay off the cheeseburgers
True.
because that was an absolute travesty that his older brother came in 6 pounds overweight, which I know we'll talk about when we get to that.
We will talk about it. So let's move on to the one that you missed by going upstairs to grab a glass of water.
Yep.
I had Joseph Morales going into this. You had Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell got absolutely dominated by Joseph Morales on the ground. Went to Kimura, looked like he was going for Kimura, then into a full crucifix, then instantly into a guillotine that was so tight, and Matt Schnell was just done. That was it. And it was over before you could even come down and see it.
By
So
the time I came downstairs, the replay was already playing. Yeah, that was a nasty bit of jujitsu. The transition from Kimura through crucifix to the guillotine, that was so tight. Yeah, that was just some nasty jujitsu.
But I like Joseph Morales. We both saw him fight and win the Ultimate Fighter at 319 in person. That was awesome. But he did do the 6-7 hand motion after winning, so therefore he has lost a lot of accountability and a lot of aura points. So honestly, that sucks for you, buddy. I'm not gonna be rooting for you anymore.
And he immediately called for the UFC come to San Diego.
Yeah, or San Antonio, or
Whatever.
whatever. It doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
won your first fight in the UFC, buddy.
Yeah, your first official UFC win. You can't be calling for a venue. So
And you beat Matt Schnell in the Apex, bro. Congrats. You're definitely Dana White's bald head is definitely listening to you, bro. Congrats.
yeah, good win. About 6-7. Sit down, son.
6-7. Muslim Salikov versus Uros Medic. Exactly what I said should not happen happened. I said that Uros Medic leaves his head open way too early and is very reckless in the beginning, but just was a left hand just smoked Muslim and he was down. And it looked like he was going for some ankle pick or something. Then he realized, no, I'm done. I'm out of this fight. And that was it. It was immediately over. So, and he did look like he was on cocaine when they showed him in the pre-fight, like in the locker room and stuff like that. He looked coked out of his mind. I don't know if he was smoking crack before or what was going on, but he looked like a ghoul. So I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to stop banging his head against the wall because he's really flattened his nose. Yeah, Euros, Medic, there was nothing fancy about that. It was a straight left hand right down the pipe, just put him on his back. And after he easily avoided the scramble attempt, I mean, he just put it on him for a couple seconds, and thankfully the ref came in and stopped that fight. But
Yeah.
good win.
Congrats, young Jason Statham, on the win, bro.
I picked that one too.
He did pick that one because it sounded like a name of a European stop sign or something. But I'll take my L on that one. You took your L on that Chanel. So I arguably picked a more favorable loss there.
All right, well, we're even.
Yeah, we're even. We both picked Chris Padilla to win this fight. And Ishmael Bonfim, congrats, buddy. You're getting cut from the UFC. You come in, what was it, 7 pounds overweight, 6 pounds overweight?
Came in 6 pounds over the weight limit. Not a great way to start off your UFC career at the Apex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was doing all of the eating for the family, but that was a total disgrace. He forfeited 30% of his purse, win or lose, as a result of that. But Chris Padilla is an animal, dude. He had that great high guard shell boxing style. just wore him down, and clearly the better fighter. And Bonfim gassed because he was too fat.
He was way too fat in the second round. He needs to lay off the food and hit the gym. Go to Planet Fitness like Tai Tuivasa did. Um, absolute lard ass. Congrats, buddy. You're getting cut from the UFC. Chris Padilla, absolute W, buddy. Easy money. Just absolutely crumbled Bonfim. And your brother had to watch in the locker room and avenge you because that's embarrassing. If I had an imaginary older brother and he was fighting in the UFC before me and he came in 6 pounds overweight and then got his ass kicked, I'd be pretty pissed. So, congrats, buddy. You're not eating for a month and you're getting cut from the UFC.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad.
You were in the cold plunge during this one. You were taking cold plunge during this fight. You missed. Christian Leroy Duncan absolutely put it on Marco Tulio. Starts it off. Say giggles. Starts it off with a spinning back elbow, and then it was a clinch battle for a long time. Marco Tulio was striking good. He was trying his best to stay alive. Gets hit with a spinning back fist, kind of sits down for a second, then gets hit with a quick right and then a left that just put him straight to sleep, and he was out cold on the ground. It was rough. You came out of the cold plunge while they turned him over to his back so they could try to get him to breathe a little bit because he was snoring.
Yes, I'm very sad that I missed this fight. That being said, nothing gets away in the cold plunge. So, good victory. Got to see it via replay only.
Yeah. You took the dub on this one. You picked him because he has 3 first names.
Yep.
I picked Marco Tulio because I thought he would win, and he did not. He got knocked out cold. So that will be a replay that they will show every single time Christian Leroy Duncan fights for the rest of his life now. And Marco Tulio, my fault, bro. Sorry.
Get him next time, buddy.
Yeah. Moving to the prelims. We all agreed that we hated Hyder Emil coming into this. Your buddies hated him as well.
Yeah, there was 3 strikes against him. There was the goofy dance that he did. There was the vampire fang mouth guard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, dude. That was 15 years ago. And then the relentless penis attack.
Yeah. We get it. Jamal Emmers is a handsome dude, but we're not diving at his penis like you are. So you lose. He got the last 2 rounds, I think, were 10-8s because Jamal Emmers just took him down relentlessly and then just held him on the ground and was able to just control the entire fight from the ground. First round I thought was pretty competitive besides the penis attacks. They both landed some pretty badass strikes on each other. Then once it went to the ground, Jamal Emmers just took over the fight, and it was a 10-8 round 3, and arguably round 2 as well. Yeah, he got absolutely smoked, and we all rejoiced that he was like 30-27. So
yeah, hats off to Jamal Emmers. He was really starting to apply some pressure in the second round and took another glancing blow off the wiener.
Mm-hmm.
And to his credit, he didn't take any time because he knew he was starting to put some pressure on him and that Emil was getting ready to fade. So good win.
Good win. Moving on to the self-proclaimed blonde little person Frankenstein got absolutely pieced up. Barcelos just had an answer for every single thing that Ricky Simon threw. I thought Barcelos had some gray hair coming in this. I thought he looked old, and I thought he looked flat. And we both picked Ricky Simon to win this fight, and he just got absolutely pieced up. Especially in the later rounds, he just gassed out pretty hard, and Barcelos was able to just control him and had an answer for everything. And unfortunately, he just went to decision and was unable to get it done.
Yeah, Barcelos very crisp with his strikes and very effective with counterpunching. Ricky Simon would get a couple shots off, and Barcelos would suck him in and bang him with the 3-piece, ending with the body. So he looked good.
Yeah.
Good sharp boxing.
Sorry, bro. We were rooting for you. Unfortunately, you did not get through. Speaking of something that we were all rooting and really excited to watch, Mayra Bueno Silva versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. This was an absolute barn burner. We were all super excited for this one. I think you were cooking dinner, and David was playing Clash Royale, and I was playing Brawl Stars.
Yeah, I think I actually intentionally turned my back on the fight to continue cooking dinner the first minute or so of the third round because it was a total snooze fest.
Yeah. I will say the last round, Cavalcanti did pick up and was just piecing up Tofia Chu. You don't know who Tofia Chu is, but I'll show you a picture after this, and you will agree that Bueno Silva looks like Tofia Chu. Um, but yes, Buenos Aires was just getting absolutely pieced up at the end there. It was brutal. She was getting absolutely rocked, and she's also wearing a shirt which I thought that they got rid of. We saw last week, and then there was also a chick fight where somebody was wearing a T-shirt over their fight gear, and I'm honestly not cool with that. Take the shirts off. Ladies, take the shirts off when you're fighting. We all want to see you take your shirts off when you're fighting. We don't want you to wear a t-shirt over it because it gives you competitive advantage to your opponent. So not only are you a moron, but you're making us all not want to watch the fight.
Yep, leave the UFC swim shirts on the rack.
Yeah, we were all super excited about that one. Speaking of, I was jesting that Josh Hockett, when you went on his ESPN profile, that it comes up with the NFL. Yes, he is an ex NFL player. So my fault, bro. I did not know you were about that life, and you just absolutely beat the shit out of Max Gimis here. Just it was like a 1-2, put him down, I think, and then got up for a second, then you just put him right back to sleep, and he was down for the count, and ref had to come in because this is a blob fight. They weren't blobs necessarily; they were just big guys. So ex NFL player, bro, touchdown for you.
Yeah, not a very technical striking display or demonstration, but Hockett basically bum rushed him, dropped him, and then curb stomped him a couple times.
Yeah,
So
56-second fight. Congrats, buddy.
yeah, steamrolled him.
Max, I think this is Gimis' first fight in the UFC, and get used to that atmosphere, buddy. You're gonna be fighting the Apex for a while until you fluke a win over. I don't know, man. I would say Chris Barnett, but they cut him, so you're gonna be fluking wins over somebody eventually in the Apex. You're gonna be there for a long time, pal. Josh Hockett, we will see you fluke a win over somebody else in the future, buddy. Peace for that. Oh, another barn burner. We were really excited about this one. I predicted that Denise Gomes was going to win this fight because she looks like Gilbert Burns, and I still stand on that. She does look like Gilbert Burns. This was actually a pretty close fight. I don't really know how they would score the first 2 rounds. Then the third round was just straight Gomes because Gomes would have she had the pressure in the octagon every single time she would go after Pennington. Pennington would follow up with 2 more strikes. So I don't know how they were going to score this one, but they scored it. You know, I think it was unanimous decision, as they always do. All these chick fights are decision fights. So I don't really care. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, this one gets a big yawn from me. This was a total snooze fest. Close fight, but not very entertaining, and no real significant strikes landed.
Yeah, and that's a 58 and 53, but the only significant thing that I saw that was happening was I opened a legendary star drop on Brawl Stars, and I didn't get anything good, unfortunately. And my instinctual reaction every single time a chick fight starts is I do actually yawn. So sorry to all these, but next weekend we will not be yawning for Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. We will not be yawning for that one, but we will be yawning for these early prelims Apex chick fights because the only people excited for those are their family and these women's wives. So
Yep, because they're not good. They suck.
you came home at the end of this one. I picked Daniel Marcos. I think you might have picked Miles Jones on this one,
I did. A
and
man with two first names, plural.
it was a pretty nasty submission. First round was actually pretty good. They were feeling each other out, and then second it got to the ground, and the second round just rear naked choke, and that was that. It was brutal, and the one thing that I remember very distinctly is not only this fight, but a couple of the later ones. There was a guy in the corner who sounded like Adam Sandler yelling. I don't know if you watch replays, you'll see the same thing. But also, Miles John's wife was screaming so loud during this entire fight that I'm thinking about writing a formal email to Dana White and whoever runs the Apex to ban loud Italian wives from coming into the Apex when their husbands are fighting. If you look like and act like Carmela from The Sopranos, you are banned from the Apex. You should not be able to scream the entire time. It should not be allowed. The entire fight, Johnson's on the ground. She's screaming, "Get up!" If if I had a wife and she was telling me to get up as I'm being pummeled and choked unconscious, let's just say that I would be getting another submission that night. So no violence to women, but Miles Jones will check for the headlines.
Yeah, I didn't see hardly any of this fight, which is no surprise because when I hear a wife yelling, any wife yelling, I'm instantly repelled and run away. So I must have just instinctually known when the wife started yelling that it was safe to come back into the room and watch the very end of this fight.
Yes. Not much to be said other than that. Good win, Daniel Marcos. Um, Jason's out. He's gonna go play Tekken.
Peace out.
He's out. Then we had Jackson McVeigh versus Zachary Reese. Jackson the Moose McVeigh, bro. I was rooting for him. He had an awesome walkout song. And he looks like Jesus, and his nickname is the Moose. And he was fighting so good in that first round, and then once he got taken down so easily, I kind of knew, oh shit, here we go, he's done. And he was done, and then the second round started, and he was submitted damn near instantly. And I went and ate my flatbread pizzas and went, God damn it, I messed that one up. So yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I don't really, I don't really care. But what I'll say is that this fight night was okay. It was aight. It was aight. There was some good fights. Good, nasty KO. The Christian Leroy Duncan one. That's a standout KO. Bonfim over Randy Brown. That's pretty good. But we are more excited for UFC 322 next week. Other than that, we will see you guys next weekend. We'll put the card predictions out, and I'll put a video out later this weekend or later this week for how much I hate Michael Bisping. My Jason's friends are here, and they're playing Tekken, and I'm gonna join them. So peace.